Prof Day, mate? Is it okay? Is it getting harder?
Yeah, it's just days where you feel okay and days where you feel a bit can't really be too bothered of getting up and getting it done. But listen, yeah, you just got to get your head around it. But no, it's unbelievable. The support we've received again this season is brilliant, and the challenge is just raising more and more money. So it's really good.
The money you've raised so far is crazy, isn't it?
Yeah, and obviously look, we're still half of the month to go, so I'm hoping we can. Yeah. I'm hoping we can beat last year's sort of a end fund that we got as a club. Just need to keep getting it out there, keep raising the awareness. Hopefully, people will help us and support us and sponsor us, and yeah, it's hard work. All the staff, like I say, all everyone's really really enjoying it. It's good because you feel a lot better as well in yourself, as well as helping the challenge.
I was actually going to ask this guy. Do you know when you're on kind of a run like your team on in the league, does it help you a lot as well? Just having that mental kind of reset every day in the morning or whenever you do the runs?
Listen, I've always sort of waked out and did runs anyway before games, whether we're winning, losing or drawn. So it's no real difference. But what it does, it gives you a chance to go out and get your ear pods on and have a think and reflect. And I think it's probably the best thing for it, really, is get out and get an exercise, because it's you feel great after it and you feel ready to attack the day.
Brilliant, mate. So you said after the game against Leyton Orient that your team and yourselves would find that spark again that you had at the start of the season. So how's this week been in training in finding that?
Yeah, I mean, it's listen, we're on to the next game now. I don't really want to speak about Leyton Orient. It's done. It was dusted. I said what I said after the game, and we had some frank conversations in the change room an early part of this week. But since Monday, we've moved on. Our focus has really been just focusing on Northampton and making sure that we understand their strengths, their weaknesses, but making sure that we put a game plan together that we feel that can, and a team on the pitch and a game plan that we feel can win us the game. So we know we're coming up against. We've watched them 3-4 times now. And it's going to be a difficult game. They're defensively good. They're strong. They get bodies behind the ball. So we're going to have to be creative. We're going to have to be good in terms of what we do in the final third, but also guard against their strengths, which they certainly have within their team. Because I think he's recruited some really good players, Kevin.
Have you done anything different in your approach to the game on Saturday, Grant, to try and obviously get that victory that you need?
Yeah, absolutely. Every game's different. So we don't go into the game with the same game plan that we had against Leyton Orient last week, because it's a completely different game. So yeah, the game plan is different. It will look different come Saturday, because it's a game where it's a different shape that Northampton played at Leyton Orient against Leyton Orient. Look, they may come in surprises. They may play something similar, but I think we're prepared for sort of everything, really, and looking forward to the next challenge.
When you're on this kind of a winless run, is there anything that you try and do differently, Grant, in terms of setting up the team for a week, the next week or so? Or do you try? Yeah,
there's things we do in house, but we keep that in house whether we win, lose or draw. There's always things that we do to try and create a spark, or if the boys are really high, to bring them down a little bit. Whatever it may be. So that's management. That's obviously the art of management, and making sure that we do things inside. And we don't need to come out and sing from the rooftops about it. We know what we have to do. We need to show a better level of performance that we have showed recently to win again at home. And look, we're at home. We're strong at home. I think we've lost once there in I don't know how many games. And that was against Wimbledon. So we want to try and take full positivity and control of what we can do at home, and go and put a really good performance on in front of our home fans on Saturday.
I know obviously you said you wanted to move on from Leyton Orient, but just on your post-match, you said how you might have been a bit too loyal to certain players looking ahead to Northampton. Are you still of that mindset? Can we expect some notable changes?
Yeah, there'll be changes to the game for sure. You say things after. It's hard. Listen, management's really really hard. It's like no other job and no other industry in the world. It's like you get asked to put your comments across after the game, and it's really hard sometimes to hide your emotions and keep your emotions in check. And look, I do it myself. I know that. I know that for a fact. And when I hear some of my press conferences back, if I ever did listen to him, I'd be like, oh, I can't believe I said that, or I can't believe I done that. But it is what it is. It's just it's the winner inside me that wants to get this football club to the level where I know we can get them. But we understand it's a long season. 34 games left. We've been through spells like this before. We've had the heavy defeats before. Even last season, we got beat 5 at Chesterfield, and we can respond. There's no doubt about it. It's just what's important is we get it right for the players in there, and then the players take that on board and go and deliver.
Have you got any injury news, Grant, ahead of this one?
Yeah, one or two doubts really. Without me coming out and mentioning the names, we've got one or two doubts. One or two from last week haven't trained this week, so we'll give them as much time as possible.
I know obviously you said you're not going to mention names, but are they just doubts for this week, or is that longer term as well?
Both. Yeah, both I would say. Maybe, when I say longer term, maybe a few weeks, not like months, a few weeks. But yeah, like I say, we'll give them as much time as possible. Positive news is Harry Clifton is coming along nicely. He's been again had another full week. We'll have another full week on the pitch. Probably a bit too soon the weekend, but he's edging closer, and he's, like I say, he's an important player for us. We've got Charlie Crew coming back from international duty. Sean Green's been back in since Monday. So we've added two with Sean and Charlie coming back into the group as well.
Good stuff. And just finally, what threats, I know you've kind of mentioned it already, but what kind of threats will Northampton kind of pose your side?
Just like every team in this league, Ben, they've got some really good individuals in certain positions in their team, and they can hurt you. Like every team in this league have players in their team that can hurt you in any split second, and we need to be guarded against that. We need to make sure that we're good what we do with the ball, but also good on transition. That's really important, I think, and a key message for this game.